Hey guys, it's Smiley here with another war recap. We did our second successful sync war with Reddit Row. They were great in working with us to help arrange this sync. A little bit disappointing in that we had the lead and were in pretty good position for much of the war, and then at the end there were a couple bases that we just couldn't clear. This is We don't get that many wars where we get a lot of practice against anti three-star town hall nines, and this was great practice. They had really nice bases, a lot of clever attacks on both sides. That even though we did end up losing the tiebreaker, it was a great war. We're happy that Roe was nice enough in setting it up. One of the few wars between the Reddit Alliance and the Reddit War Clan system, despite some trash talk on the message boards. It's still a pretty friendly war, and we'll be happy to run it back to try to tie the series. So I want to go through a couple of attacks here. First one that we have here, I think it might have been the first attack of the war, but it was a really nice surgical hog by Jeff Jr. What he did was pretty straightforward. It's an anti three-star base, but it's not particularly wacky in terms of where the town hall is. A lot of them you'll see the town hall just kind of floating out there as a tease. So Jeff knows that his strategic objectives here, as with any hog raid and most others, is to take care of the queen. So he's going to send in some golems up here from the southeast. He's going to kill the queen, kill the clan castle here, and then he's going to lead with the surgical hogging from about 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock. He does a good job in knowing when to use a distract giant, so he drops a distract giant here up the middle that catches both the cannon and the archer tower here. And as you'll see when you watch his attack, by the time the giant gets here, he's about half strength, so that would have killed one hog. So if you're going to come in from a side where the kill squad here isn't doing a lot of tanking for the hog pack, having a giant tank for the hogs is pretty much a no-brainer. It's like getting a free hog. So he's going to work around the base in kind of a clockwise fashion with his hog packs. Up here, I think he drops another from about 11 o'clock, drops another giant with another wave of hogs in here, kind of spaces the heels out to try to catch them on, and hopefully he does a better job than I do when I'm drawing this. Does a good job of spacing out the heels to catch the hog packs. I think there might have been some more hogs here at the end, just to finish everything off. He also, a couple of nice cute tricks here with a couple of loons. I've seen in a lot of attacks, guys just keep one or two loons, and that prevents a stray cannon or stray mortar from just taking everything out. Here Jeff does a nice job around 3 o'clock where this archer tower is distracted by the kill squad, and Jeff just kind of picks off the loon here. I think at the end of the raid, when he's starting to do the cleanup, he might send his second loon over here just to pick off the cannon, or maybe it just picks off one of these high hit point buildings like a storage here. So loons not very fast, but when you have the inside of a base all cleaned up and all you have is one defense or one high hit point storage, a loon can be a godsend for cleanup. So just when you're looking at a base, see where everything's located. If the storages are all along the outside, a loon might be a good shot to help with the cleanup. So let's erase all my scribbling. Let's watch the attack. So there we have the CC golem coming out of the wall, funnel, another golem up here. And I will use the word golem and golem pretty interchangeably because I'm so used to seeing it written down and not talking about it. So you can laugh at me or bitch or whatever. That's cool. Drops the queen here. Notice Jeff does a really good job on most of his attacks in delaying the Burger King until the golem and the archer queen are in front taking care of the CC. There's the delayed Burger King drop, and at that point everything's tanking for him. He's just going to walk in here. He is going to kill the defending king first, and then like I said, here's the loon to just pick up the distracted archer tower. A 1-for-1 trade there is pretty much a no-brainer. Burger King jumps the jump again and takes out the Archer Queen. Jeff sends in the hogs. There you can see that giant doing a great job tanking for the hog packs. Drops a nice heal to keep those hogs. Hogs having a little bit of trouble with the air defense. Wants to make sure that Tesla doesn't just destroy them. Unfortunately hits a spring, but does a nice job just kind of rotating around the base and dropping the heals, trying to get the hog packs doing their damage, just spreading around this wide open base, picking things off. There you see the last loon. Hogs are already working on it, but Loon comes over and tries to help, and does help out take the wizard tower. So at this point, well, I don't know how much the timer is, but basically just clean up hogs and Loon, and heroes still up. Pretty dominant surgical hog here. I think we started off the war with about 6 or 7 3-stars from each side, so it set the bar pretty high. I know a lot of guys were just kind of waiting for a couple failed attacks before they did their attack, because we have a bunch of sissies. And speaking of sissies, I am going to try to spread these around a little bit more, but Nawmeen had another beautiful attack, just like last war. I think he had a 6-star war, so he probably just gave Jeff his account details and had him attack for him. Let's take a look at the base here. Really, another one of these anti-3-star bases. The town hall is kind of an afterthought. Let's see if I can get this working. Town hall up here is kind of an afterthought. It's there to distract, allow somebody to get an easy 2-star, and then the rest of the base is going to be pretty hard. So Naw takes a look at this base and says, where are the vulnerabilities? We have air defense out here by the corner, by the edge, air defense down here around 7 o'clock by the edge. Those look like they're pretty accessible. He might have thought about doing a queen walk here, but he decided that he was going to bring 2 packs of hogs. I think he uses a heal on both, so hogs, or at least the one over on the east. But that way he can take out the 2 air defense. These other 2 air defenses up here are also pretty close to the outside on the perimeter. That as he's coming through from 12 o'clock to try to kill the queen, try to kill the clan castle, he's basically eliminated. Well, actually, I guess he doesn't get the air defense over here, so that's still it's a possibility that he could have gotten it with maybe higher heroes on a kill squad, but he at least takes out this air defense over here around, 130, and at that point all he has left is this little air defense here. Let's make that look pretty, like a 3-year-old making a sunbeam over there. So that's the only thing that's left after his kill squad comes in here and takes out this chunk of the base, and the hogs take out these 2 air defenses here. So all he has here is 1 air defense. It's pretty easy to just send in a hound at this air defense with a loon parade following that. And then the loons will just kind of mow through the rest of the base. Really not much else to stop them because he's killed everything else. So it's a great job by Naw in analyzing a base, taking a look at the weaknesses, chunking out, how can I take care of the things that are going to stop me from getting the 3-star. So great job, Naw. Let's watch the replay. So there we have the hogs going down to that air defense. Looks like I was mistaken, he didn't need the heal for that 1 air defense because it was just so close to the edge. He also gets a nice lure out of that. Probably could have dropped the poison a little bit sooner there. Has the other hogs in a heal, go over towards the air defense, takes out that. At this point, loons and archers and the Valk are just rushing up to the golem. Kill squad coming in. Archer Queen dropped right near the clan castle troops so that they can take them out pretty easy. A little bit late on the poison drop, so we'll give him a straight A instead of an A+ on this attack. Nice jump, so you can get into 4 different compartments here. Kill squad coming in, takes care of some skellies there. Queen starts going around the base, just doing some premature cleanup. Sends in a level 3 hound. Air defense is so close, he probably could have gotten by with his own hound. But it looks like it is taking a bunch of damage from the Tesla, so probably a smarter move by Nah than doing what I would have done. Drops a rage there. Rage just loons just take out all the Tesla around. Tesla are pretty underrated in hound attacks in terms of defending them. A lot of times, if you don't take out at least 2 of the Tesla with your kill squad, they'll just start picking off loons as they float towards them. So here we got the wizard tower distracted by the kill squad, what the little bit that's left of the kill squad, but they do a nice job of distracting the wizard tower. The loons come in, and at this point, down goes the last cannon. Defending king just rushes out to his doom. Nah's got a minion on him, and at this point it's just clean up. Alright, so let's watch one more low level attack, or not low level, one more low town hall level attack. Bill Murray is going to get slaughtered here by the Bram. His name is Bram. So here we go. Let's see, let's start the replay before I do my drawing to pretend like I know what I'm doing. Here we go. Let's get a nice color here. We'll make it nice and Bram colored right here. Alright, so he's going to come in here, and he's been rocking with this lightquake dragloon attack. There are very few Town Hall 8s that can withstand this, unless I'm the one who's doing this, as evidenced by my pretty crappy last war where I blew on a couple of these. So I could watch a lot more of Bram's attacks and learn from him here. What he's going to do is he's going to take out the far AD. First of all, when you take a look at a base, you want to see which way the blower is pointing. So the blower is pointing this way. The best place to come to attack is at the 2 air defense that are behind where the blower is pointed. It's one of the advantages of attacking a Town Hall 8 is you only have to worry about one of these little blowers. So he's going to come. He knows he's going to come from the southeast side. He's going to drop an earthquake and 2 lightnings here on the far air defense. As I learned in one of my first attempts at this at Town Hall 8, it really is a good idea to just zoom in on the base before you start the attack. Drop the earthquake, drop the lightning, make sure that you get this very spot here on the lightning. If you miss it by a little bit, you're going to have a sliver of health, and that'll probably kill your raid. So here, Bram, he's going to do a good job of cutting the corners here, to funnel the dragons inward. At this point, he has a nice row of dragons, and I think he's just going to pop the rage somewhere over here. Make sure he takes out these 2 air defense. Once you get the 2 air defense down on Town Hall 8, it's pretty much cleanup time, and there isn't going to be too much to stop a dragon raid. So let's watch the raid here. Dragon raids are so slow that I usually watch them at 4 speed instead of 2 speed like a lot of them. It's a good way, it seems simple, but a good way to watch a lot of your clan's attacks is to just watch them all at 2 speed. So here we go. There's CC full of loons. They come out, dodge the rage, but still help to take out some defenses. Dragon in the CC doesn't really do that much as long as you kill the level 5 dragon before the loons get in the middle. If you drop the loons too early, the defending dragon will probably just mess up your loons, and that can really hurt your raid. Drop the king on the backside just to clear up the trash on the end. Make sure that you don't run out of time, and Bill Murray is zombified. Alright, so I said I wasn't going to just focus on my attacks, but damn it, I've been doing pretty well, and I'm pretty pleased with this one. So I am going to highlight this one just because I'm doing these, and I was pretty happy with this attack, and it was pretty fucking awesome. So I decided that instead of doing it at the front in Town Hall order, that if you don't want to watch my attacks, you can just wait till the end. So I probably should have watched this again before I did it. I know afterwards I watched it a ton, but basically this one was done against me in the one hive war for a nice 93% 2-star. Um, Here it's a archer queen walk and a mass witch, and basically you're going to, let's see which, let me see where I'm coming from. All right, so sorry about that, I forgot. All right, so here's the plan. I'm going to drop the queen and the, let's see, I think I drop it over here. So I dropped at 7:30 because I know you can't see my cursor. So I'm going to drop the queen over here, and she's going, and then drop the healers behind her. At this point, all you really have to worry about is this archer tower is going to start shooting at the queen. You got to make sure that the archer tower is going to shoot at the queen before you drop the healers, or you're going to lose one of those key assets pretty early for no particular reason. So you're going to drop the queen here. Queen's going to walk and take out all of this stuff here, or at least that's what she's going to do in theory. In any event, she should take out this wizard tower because it's less than 4. She's going to clean out this trash over here, this over here, and what that's going to do is it's essentially, not only do you have a badass archer queen just destroying stuff without any risk of her getting killed, but she's going to take care of this side of the funnel. And then on this side, I'm going to drop a jump here, and here's where I'm kicking myself because I really think that I got intimidated by the walls here, and that I could have done this with some wall breakers and saved myself another spell for the main part of the attack. But in any event, you drop a jump here, drop the clan castle. I have a golem and a giant here. Probably could have dropped some. I think I dropped some wizards here just to clean this trash, prevent just to prevent this trash from slowing down the Burger King. They're going to pop in here. There's a chance that I could get the Archer Queen here, but really the goal here is to have the Burger King create a funnel and take care of all this stuff on this side. So I don't know how much of this stuff he's really going to be able to take out. Ideally, and I think it does work out here, this is a mass witch attack. The biggest danger to witches are going to be mortars. So that's why when you see when I drop the witches here, I drop a mess of giants first. And the mess of giants, they do, unfortunately, a couple of them wander over here. I probably could have just dropped 2 down at the bottom. But the giants are going to come in here, and they're going to lead the charge, going to be rage, take out the mortar. So that's going to protect my witches. Burger King is going to take out this mortar over here at 3 o'clock. There's a chance the Archer Queen will take out this mortar. And then by that point, all I have left is the mortar here at 12 o'clock, which I'm hoping by that time that my witches and some wizards to pack a punch will have gone straight through the middle and cored out the middle for the Archer Queen to walk around. So that's what I'm looking at when I'm trying a 3-star strategy, and I'm pretty new to these Town Hall 10 3-star strategies. But I'm looking at basically the things that are going to prevent me from getting the 3-star, and that's Inferno Towers and mortars. So I'm gonna drop, like I said, I'm gonna drop the giants down here at 6 o'clock. First, I start off with a row of wizards. I like to put 6 wizards. I think that's what I saw in somebody who did a lot of these attacks. With the 6 wizards, just kind of help clear out some of this stuff here pretty easily. By the time that you get into the town hall here, you can see that the witches and the skeletons are a nice steady stream of distractions, and may eventually get the town hall. But by having those wizards in there, the skeletons will protect them really nicely and allow the wizards to just tear shit up in the middle. All right, so let's at this point, let's just look at the attack. Take it back on 1x. I'm sorry. So drop a giant here. That protects the queen a little bit, so I can get her running. Like I said, I want all these towers over, between 6 and 7 o'clock to be hitting something else by the time I drop my healers. Let the queen run for a couple seconds, then go ahead and drop the king and the golem. Unfortunately, a couple of my giants wander away. Not really that big of a deal. Wizards take out stuff. I could have waited a little bit longer until that mortar went down, but at this point I'm in pretty good shape. Drop the first rage, try to get the skeletons rolling. Drop the second rage into the core. The Burger King pops his iron fist up and just starts ripping stuff up over there. Takes out the mortar before he goes down. So it looks like the giants over there actually did a pretty decent job. At this point, just skeleton after skeleton after skeleton, raising the dead here to act as, inhuman shields. Wizards going to work at the town hall, just busting open the core here. Helpful that that far side is on single, so at this point it can just go from one skeleton to the next, but there's really nothing to stop them. Archer Queen works her way around. Like I said, I really wish I would have. This is the point where I really wish that I would have kept that jump and used wall breakers. At this point, I think if I had a jump to jump out of the core, it would have taken out everything here. That by the time the queen came around, there wouldn't be anything to jeopardize my 3-star. But I didn't do that. Lesson learned. So take out the second Inferno. At this point, at the point where the second Inferno goes down, there's really nothing to stop my 3-star except for time. This base is an anti-3-star or anti-2-star, so it's all the defenses are also spread out that the Archer Queen's just gonna stroll around and barely dip into her health. Unfortunately, it's a max defense Town Hall 10, so there's a lot of hit points there. Drop a couple of archers on the army camps there. Looks like I had planned that, specifically for those archer camps, but really I just needed two space, and then I was pretty happy to realize that I could get a win there with those archer camps on the edge. So this is a pretty common base. Pretty geeked by this attack here because it went so well, and we see this base pretty much every war. So now I have a couple tweaks that I think will take this from what ended up being a 97% 2-star, where a 3-star would have won the war. So that's a little bit bittersweet, but now I know for next time what I can do to tweak it to try to get to 3 stars. So this has been another war recap. Unfortunately, another mark on our record, a loss. But a really entertaining war. We need to do a lot more of these to get more practice against anti-3-star bases at the Town Hall 9 level. And until next time, go Terps.